Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Master's in Counseling Psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. In this episode, I'm going to share my astrology update for July 2024. Stay tuned until the end of the episode when I give my sun sign predictions for each zodiac sign.
Hey listeners, I want to remind you to support Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine podcast. You can do that by going on to www.buzzsprout.com/958-528/support. This will be in the show notes.
Welcome to the episode on the astrology of July 2024. Stay tuned until the end of the episode when I give my sun sign forecast for each sign. I'll share the key dates and astrological activities during the month of July, and then go back and give more details. Can you believe 2024 is halfway over? Outer planets Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune are now all traveling retrograde. What has been done can be undone. Time really seems to be warping up as linear time and quantum time merge. Enjoy Pluto's backtrack through Aquarius this summer until September 2nd, when it goes back to Capricorn until November 20th, just in time to throw a whammy into election season. Check out my recent podcast on Pluto retrograding in a Capricorn to find out more. So here's the scoop on July 2024. On July 2nd, Neptune retrogrades in Pisces until December 7th, 2024. Also on that day, Mercury went into Leo until July 25th. On July 5th is the Cancer new moon. July 11th, Venus transits into Leo until August 4th. On July 20th, Mars transits into Gemini until September 4th. July 21st brings us the full moon in Capricorn with the sun in Cancer. On July 22nd, the sun enters Leo. And on July 25th, Mercury enters Virgo. July jumps in joyfully with a festive 4th of July week, kicking up the planetary party on July 2nd when Mercury transits into playful Leo. Nebulous Neptune goes retrograde, leading into the Independence Day holiday with a comforting Cancer new moon on July 5th. All planets point to relaxation, vacation, 4th festivities, and a break from business as usual. The fireworks forecast a favorable new beginning at the July new moon on the 5th. Mercury leaps into Leo on July 2nd, ready to luxuriate, seeking leisure and pleasure. When Mercury is in Leo, our thinking is more confident and grand. The focus is now on the goal, and the grander the goal, the better. We are also more convincing and persuasive as we exude confidence when we write or speak. With this transit, we may not listen as well as we normally do since we're focused on our own ideas. And remember, Leo, me. So don't get discouraged if other people are talking nonstop without even acknowledging you listening or commenting. Mercury and Leo, everybody has something to say. The new moon in Cancer on July 5th opens up new portals for peace and pleasure, as well as embracing the opportunities to celebrate the holiday weekend with friends and family. The sun and moon in Cancer are together in harmony with karmic lord Saturn, retrograde in Pisces, which could signify a blast from the past showing up, or revisitation to pleasurable experiences, or remembering happy times. The water element flows smoothly, reminding us to relax, release stress, and stop pushing agendas. This new moon in Cancer, trine Saturn, provides a chill time to take a break, nurture yourself, find comfort in the simple things, and cherish time with your family and loved ones. Trust your intuition and instincts. When we are not experiencing stress, we can let our intuitive senses guide us to the right direction where we can experience life in a more pleasurable and balanced way. Karma is unwinding naturally, and we need to willingly release what no longer serves to make room for soothing and supportive realities. This new moon occurs at 14 degrees Cancer, with the sun and moon conjoined at that degree and very close to a comforting Cancerian Venus. According to the Sabian symbol system of archetypal descriptions of the 360 degrees of the zodiac, Cancer 14 degrees signifies, quote, a very old man facing a vast dark space to the northeast. The keynote is fulfillment and transcending and changeless wisdom. This symbol describes the wise old man, an archetypal figure found in all systems of symbolism. In occult terminology, the northeast is the direction from which the spiritual cosmic forces enter the Earth sphere. This is probably because the polar axis of the Earth is inclined by some 23 degrees away from the exact perpendicular to the plane of its orbit. Thus, the actual pole of our globe not only differs from the permanent pole of the Earth's orbit, but constantly changes its direction, successfully pointing to several large circumpolar stars during the so-called precessional cycle, or the tropical year or great polar cycle, which lasts somewhat less than 26,000 years. Because of this inclination of the polar axis, we have the phenomenon of seasonal change. Supposedly, during the early golden age, no such change occurred, a perpetual spring rain. This is the traditionally spiritual state. The wise old man faces the changeless reality, the true north, which for us is located in a northeast direction. He faces the great void, that apparent darkness, which is an intense light invisible to our senses. We see in the symbol a way beyond appearances and toward permanence in truth. Wow, that's all come from Dane Rudar's book, An Astrological Mandalas. So very interesting at this time in July 2024. As usual, the Sabian symbols of the ongoing lunations are quite appropriate and speak to the current events occurring in the collective consciousness. Our society seems to have forsaken and disrespected the wisdom that comes with age from acquiring life lessons and witnessing the truth. Remember, the real truth will set you free. Instead, true wisdom has been eschewed for distorted beliefs or false information garnered from the very much manipulated media, social media, and alt media. The message is, don't believe everything you hear. Only those who are tapped into the ageless wisdom or universal reality have a direct pipeline to the truth. And this time, perhaps people need to step back from the inundation of information from various media outlets and groups and seek the truth from higher sources by going within and clearing out the noise of the personality and the shadow psyche, both personally and collectively. Quite the appropriate symbol in July 2024. On July 11th, Venus transits into Leo, reminding us not to take ourselves or anything too seriously out there, but to find the fun factor. Venus vibrates into the love light of Leo through early August, igniting a summer of romance, recreation, and creativity. Enjoy the Venusian visit in the lion's lair for flirtation, fun, and frolic. Make sure your summer wardrobe is up to date with vibrant Venusian colors and styles to make an appealing presentation and catch the eye of a potential romantic interest, or just up your game and shine your light. Mars marches into Gemini on July 20th, inspiring short trips and travel junkets, also making connections and seeking stimulation and excitement as we realize the summer has already reached its apex. In Gemini, Mars is versatile and flexible, but not especially determined or focused. We can feel scattered with too many fires burning. So watch for becoming too scattered and thus not accomplishing anything. It's a good time for diversifying our interests and making powerful communications. Also, if you've delayed any reading or writing you've wanted to do during the summer, this might be a good time to start taking it up. Start devising tactics and strategies to achieve our desires and goals We can implement them in the fall, but use this time to plan. Words can flow fast and furious, so make sure you don't speak impulsively or rashly. July's full moon occurs on July 21st at 6:17 a.m. Eastern Time at the 29th or final degree of Capricorn. At 7:43 a.m. that day, the moon shifts into Aquarius. Interestingly enough, the June full moon occurred on June 21st in the first degree of Capricorn. So we started the June 21st summer solstice with a full moon Capricorn. A month later, we have a full moon in Capricorn again, but in the final degree, which is very interesting. We are certainly putting the Capricornian energies to a closure. Pluto is also going back to that 29th degree of Capricorn from September 2nd through November 20th, 2024, coinciding with the election season in the United States. It'll be very interesting to see what unfolds around this July full moon on the 21st, as it will have implications and ramifications on the upcoming presidential election in the United States. We are also wrapping up 14 years of Pluto transiting Capricorn in November 2024. And it has been going back and forth over that 29th or final degree of Capricorn since 2023. This full moon is symbolic of the end of a major cycle, or as I like to see it, the last hurrah for the third dimension and all the structures that are dysfunctional connected to it. Bye-bye, Capricorn. Old order, status quo, patriarchy. Hello, Aquarius. Fifth dimension, freedom from within. This full moon is conjunct to Pluto at 1 degree Aquarius, and the moon shifts there shortly after the exact point of the full moon. We see this as a marker of the shift between the old order fading away as the new paradigm emerges like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It asks us personally to look at how we can feel more comfortable and secure in our life, whether it is from organizing business and financial life to provide more security, or looking inward for a sense of peace and stability from within. Because it's going to get crazy out there in the coming months. And to find that anchor from within will help you weather the upcoming energetic storms. This full moon in Capricorn occurs at 29 degrees Capricorn, as I said. And the Sabian symbol for 29 degrees Capricorn, listen to this: a secret meeting of men responsible for executive decisions and world affairs. Wow, look what's happening in the world. The keynote is the power to assume responsibility for crucial choices arrived at after mature discussions with those who share this power. We're going to see some things go down there in late July. And again, from the book Astrological Mandala by Dane Rudar, here's some more descriptions. Quote, "We are all aware now of the work of secret communities in the White House and at all levels of government. The student of esoteric philosophy believes in the existence of what has been called a, quote, inner government, which has the power to direct or guide the evolution of our planet and of mankind. Some people speak of occult hierarchy or of the White Lodge." Here again, what is at stake is a seeing through the facts of telluric processes in human history, assuming that these facts are at least in part the outcome of the decisions of a supreme council of quasi-divine beings. Obviously, the symbol can also refer to what occurs at the more ordinary level of business and politics. At any level, it refers to the highest form of social interaction. We see in the culmination of social responsibility and a reference to executive power. Wow, these Sabian symbols are calling it as it shows up in our world. So I think that we need to know about that sometimes people are distressed because what they think is showing up in the media again, and that there's nothing they can do. But I would remind you, there's always a higher power work. We saw this in history most recently, or in this last 20th century during World War II, when the tide of the World War II turned with the Battle of Britain. And some people said it was due to Winston Churchill, who was the prime minister, being a Druid ovate who worked his magic or convened with some of his esoteric counterparts to do their special mojo and shift the tide of the war. It also happened again when we could have annihilated the human race with the bomb, but again, Japan was, but some intervention happened, and some believe it was galactic, but could have been the esoteric communities meeting and working in alignment with universal wisdom and consciousness to save our planet. So this does happen, and I would have people think on that. Interestingly enough, the sun is located at 29 degrees Cancer during this full moon. And the Sabian symbol for 29 degrees Cancer, the opposite of the moon at 29 Capricorn, is a Greek muse weighing newborn twins in golden scales. The keynote is the intuitive weighing of alternatives. That speaks to what we see in July for the upcoming elections in the US. But the interpretation of this is that the intuition or the muse is able to show what the choice is. Perhaps there can be a way of combining the two alternatives. We think we have only two choices and maybe neither are appropriate. So what we see happening at the very threshold of this new cycle is an inner presentation of alternatives. So think on that. The end of July is a Leo love fest when the sun transits into the lion's lair on July 22nd, joining Venus, and mental Mercury goes home to Virgo to clean the house and get back to work after July's planetary party. Stay tuned to see what the stars have in store for your sun sign in July 2024.
It's a great time to book a reading. So check out my website, JillJardineAstrology.com/shop, and pick the kind of reading or service you would like.
Here's the part of the episode you've been waiting for, sun sign forecast for July 2024. Happy birthday, Cancer. This month is a great time to celebrate and seed intentions for your upcoming solar year, so get very clear. Focus is on making your life more comfortable. You can relax now and repair your sensitive nervous system. Create a sanctuary within your living space so you can retreat from the crazy world out there. Your lucky days, Cancer, are July 5th and 6th. Leo. Mercury makes its moves in Leo in early July, finding fun, pleasure, and other hedonistic activities, with Venus vibing into Leo on the 11th. Sun transits to Leo on July 22nd. Your solar return has arrived. Set intentions and plant seeds for the upcoming year. And remember, celebrate. Your lucky days, Leo, are July 7th and 8th. Virgo. Leo planets light up your house of karma, reassessing and reevaluating relationships. Mars shifting into Gemini on July 20th has Virgo multitasking, taking care of professional business, and amping up your social life. Focus your attention on those things in your life that can bear fruit at the harvest moon this fall. Your lucky days, Virgo, are July 9th, 10th, and 11th. Libra. Libra is spinning like a whirling dervish with active Leo planets, Pluto in Aquarius, Mars in Gemini, turning up the volume. Needs of others may require your attention. Staying balanced is key with all the excitement and distraction out there. Find time to go within and breathe. Don't get distracted by others' dramas or demands. Your lucky days, Libra, are July 12th, 13th, and 14th. Scorpio. Cancerian planets in early July make for a much needed respite and relaxation. Spend time outdoors. Take a vacation from routine and get out of town. Seek soothing waters under a retrograde Saturn in Pisces, throwing healing aspects to your Scorpio sun. It's a good time to start new regimes to enhance your well-being. Your lucky days, Scorpio, are July 14th, 15th, and 16th. Sagittarius. Leo planets stir Sagittarius urges for pleasure and leisure. Fun in the sun and romantic getaways are possible. Uranus transits your health house, so be vigilant in taking care of symptoms as they arise. Mars in Gemini opposes your sun. Be careful not to scatter your energies or spread yourself too thin. Your lucky days, Sag, are July 17th and 18th. Capricorn. Instead of initiating new endeavors or plans, this is your time to clear what no longer serves. You are completing major cycles. So release and let go of the struggle. Cancer planets force introspection and emotional release. Uranus in Taurus may bring some unexpected money or luck. Your lucky days, Capricorn, are July 19th, 20th, and 21st. Aquarius. Mercury and Leo can deliver mixed messages such as, should I stay or should I go now? The noise out there is distracting and disturbing. Focus on self-preservation and health. Retrograde Pluto in your sign gives times to re-strategize, reassess, and realign. Go within to connect with the higher reality and attract what you need. Remember, you're anchoring the higher realities on the earth, despite outward appearances to the contrary. Your lucky days, Aquarius, are July 21st and 22nd. Pisces. Your sensitivities are activated in early July under Cancerian skies. Saturn retrograde in your sign forces retreat and introspection. You want to escape the hustle and bustle. Your spiritual connection to source is being fine-tuned, and you can help catalyze other people to their transformative path. Retrograde Saturn allows you to relax and to realize your soul's path. Your lucky days, Pisces, are July 23rd and 24th. Aries. Aries passions are ignited by friendly fires from Leo planets. It's hard to focus on work and other tasks when everyone else is playing. Flirtations, festivities, and frolic beckon, and impulsive Aries can't resist. Venus and Mercury bring supportive souls into your life, and you shine brightly and finally have some fun under the Leo sun. Taurus. Cancer planets in early July say chill out and relax. Don't take life so seriously. When planets shift into Leo, you feel the heat from this fiery gaze. Remember to keep your cool. Mars in Gemini transits your solar financial house, so look for opportunities to make some money. Your value system is rapidly changing, and what was important or valuable in June is transforming in July. Uranus, through your sign, continues to deliver the unexpected. Lucky days are July 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gemini. Mars transiting your sign on July 20th through September 4th amps up your energy. Manic Mars may make you quick to anger. Watch for rash decisions or impulsivity. Lots of opportunities come your way. Be discerning in deciding what is the best outlet for your time and energy. Take your foot off the acceleration pedal and learn how to relax into your inner self. Your lucky days, Gemini, are July 30th and 31st.
Would you like more wealth, prosperity, and love in your life? Would you like to develop your intuition so you can make better decisions in life and you know what the truth is and not the narrative that's being run out there in the media and alternative media and social media? Well, I have developed an online course to help you. I'm applying my years of experience of helping clients have more successful, prosperous, happy, and fulfilling lives with metaphysical techniques, tools, and powerful positive processes. I have created a series of empowering workshops. Check out my online courses on Sanskrit mantras for wealth, prosperity, love, and to develop your intuition. Check it out at my website, JillJardineAstrology.com/M as in Mary, C as in cosmic, S as in scene. JillJardineAstrology.com/MCS.
I hope you enjoyed this episode on the astrology of July 2024. Remember to download, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine signing out, sending healing cosmic rays through the quantum field. Da.